Hi, Eagle Naz kids. It is time for Wednesday night bites. And do you know what I just realized? I totally forgot my bites. You can pause this and go get yours. Make sure you come back with your bites and your Bible, and we will be here waiting for you. Okay, now that you have those two things, I want us to talk a little bit about our life app this month. Can anyone tell me what it is? It starts with an H. Have you guys watched the videos at all? It's humility. Now, I have the definition right here because I want to get it absolutely right with all of the words correct. So I'm going to read it to you. It says, humility, putting others first by giving up what you think you deserve. That is so hard. That is so hard to put others first by giving up what we think we deserve. Now, let's think about this. Sometimes I feel like I deserve, the best piece of steak at dinner. Like I made it, I cooked it, I made this whole dinner. No one else should get it but me. That's probably not right. Or sometimes I think I deserve the last piece of candy. Raise your hand if you've ever thought that. There's only one left. Of course, it's mine. Is that what we're supposed to think about? Is that how we're supposed to be? Like when we think about how Jesus lived and walked on this earth, is that how he was? No, he wasn't, right? We deserved death and he died on the cross. He turned things upside down, right? Am I right? Didn't he? I want to show you an idea or a object lesson that'll maybe give you this idea. I have a full cup of water. Do you guys see? I promise there's water in there. Okay. Now, I also have a piece of paper. So we are going to flip this over. Look. Slowly, I am going to take my hand off of the bottom. And look at what happens. My hand isn't there anymore. Now, when Jesus died on the cross, when he came to this earth, he turned things upside down just like that. Now, I'm not going to lie, that took me a few times of trying. And if you could see me right now, you would see that my pants are wet and the bottom of my shirt is wet. So the first few times aren't successful. So side note, if you want to do this at home, you should probably try it outside. But you guys, that is what Jesus did in a world where what we know to be true, which is that water in a cup stays in a cup if it is right side up. Jesus came and he turned that upside down, just like we did right there, and it shook things up. Okay, I want us to open our Bibles because that's always the goal of Wednesday Night Bites and Wednesday Night Lights when we get to do that again someday. So we are going to open up to our verse of the month for this month, and it is Philippians chapter 2, verse 3. Now, this is in the New Testament. It's after the 4 Gospels. So it's after Jesus has died on the cross and gone to heaven. And we get to look in Philippians. It's one of the letters that Paul wrote. Now, towards the back, see, last week we were in 1 John, and that was even further back. So this is more forward than that. Chapter 2, verse 3. So that means little number 3. And it says this: do nothing out of selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility consider others as more important than yourselves. That is so hard to do, especially, I think, when we are at home with the same people every day, all day, like we are right now. It is tricky So I want to say, practice, practice, practice. Make little choices throughout your day that put someone else first. And the more you practice it, the easier it will become. Now, that doesn't mean it's ever going to be easy, because it's not. It's hard and it's tricky, and it's not like what we naturally tend to do. But you guys, it's important. And we have such a good example of that in Jesus, in how he put us first. And we get to do that for other people, and we get to practice it with the people we're with the most. So in your thankful journal, what I want you to do this week is you are going to write the people in your family. You're going to write their names. So I would write Emma, Kennedy, Ruby, and Eric in mine. And you are going to write down 2 or 3 things that you're thankful about each one of those people. Because when we think about what we're thankful for about them, it makes so that it's easier to put them first. Then throughout your week, you are going to try and do your best to put them first. That might mean playing the game that they want to play. That might mean letting them choose a cookie out of the basket first. It might mean making lunch for them. You never know. It might mean emptying the dishwasher before your mom asks. There's all sorts of things that you can do, but it puts the other person first. It puts their needs first and your needs second. And that is how we show true humility. All right, I hope you guys have a great week. I miss you so much, but I will see you next week at Wednesday Night Bites.